KBLA Talk 1580 is in the lab right now, prepping some new shows coming your way soon. More empowerment, more inspiration, more entertainment.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Jazz Urbane Hour. I'm your host, Bill Banfield. We are a curated musical show that highlights contemporary cultural issues and artistry, showcasing music as a relevant and necessary arm of contemporary cultural identity.
You must learn.
Welcome. I am your host, Dr. Tyrone Howard on KBLA Talk 1580, and you're listening to You Must Learn, where we talk about education as a tool for transformation. Education in our homes, in our schools, and in our communities. Education for transformation is the tagline, and we are here to talk about why we must learn.
KBLA Talk 1580 is for discerning listeners just like you. So tell all your friends you've discovered the talk station curating smart content for smart people. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we've got you black.
Of course. Trying to think of the right songs to play for Olympia LaPointe that are related to her topic of conversation. There ain't many songs out there talking science and computers. You know what I'm saying? But this is very good, though.
You know I've been searching for someone who can share that special love with me. And your eyes have that glow. Could it be your face I see on my computer screen? Need a special girl sharing my computer world. I no longer need astrology. Thanks to modern technology.
Who would have known that Zapparaja would be so prophetic back then? Okay, what is that, 1983? I'm going to go right around there. Is that about right? 83? It's gotta be. It ain't post 1984 or 5, I don't think so. Right? I don't know. Danny Morrison Show, KBLA Talk 1580. We're in conversation right now, an extended conversation with Olympia LaPointe, a modern-day hidden figure, also rocket scientist and author and motivational speaker, award winner. 86, not 1986, is it? Really? Wow.
Was it 1986?
It doesn't
I
seem
love
like
that song, by the way. I was like grooving over here. You should have seen me. I was just loving that song.
What do you listen to anyway? You know, off topic. What you listen to? I get in your car. What you
Oh
bumping?
my gosh. I listen to good music. I mean, it could be anything with good lyrics and good music tone. It could be anything from pop, anything from jazz, anything from like...
That is such a cop-out answer. Will you tell me who you listening to? Will you stop it right now? Come on.
I mean, do you really want to know like the exact artist?
Yeah, who's your go-to? If I get in your car with you and you say, I'm going to turn on some music, click, what you turn on?
Oh, see, I'm eclectic. I will like 1980s music like Sheila E.
Okay, okay.
Like Sheila E. I love Prince.
Mhm.
Love Prince.
We all love Prince, for sure. Okay, see,
Love Prince.
I thought you was going to go Cyndi Lauper or Pat Benatar or something. I wasn't sure where you were going to go.
No, but do you know what? Some of the British pop music was really good back in the 1980s too. I like Duran Duran was really good back in the 80s.
Hungry Like
I'm
the
dating
Wolf.
myself when I tell you about that.
I love it. It's in the ground, lost in the found. I'm on a hunt, I'm after you. I know all about that. Come on. Let's go.
Yeah.
We can do it.
Or like the 1990s, there was one. I don't necessarily listen to rap as much as the next person, but I do I do enjoy Tupac. Well, he's late Tupac, but
Wow.
I really liked his music because he really thought about his words. He really thought about his words and how he really made people think, and he expressed himself really brilliantly. So,
Well, that's what hip hop used to be, believe it or not. But for some reason, we've kind of lost
yeah,
our
back in
way.
the day, before everybody was talking about like just getting money, yeah.
That's exactly right. Olympia LaPointe, Hidden Figure, Danny Morrison Show. All right, so we were talking about the understanding the benefits and the dangers of artificial intelligence. You gave us the benefits. You had 4. Now give us the dangers. Give it to us, and keep it real too.
We talk with the inaccurate results. The next one is your identity and data theft. Now, this is the big one. Like, your private information is in jeopardy. Like, anytime you download any one of these AI programs that's not, like, authorized, and one of these, like, AI programs is trying to get you to take your pictures and make an AI photo from it, you don't know where it's coming from. So what these computers do, some of these AI programs, not all of them, some of them, what they do is they go on your computer, go on your phone, go on your tablet, and take your information and files on your phone and use it part of their network.
Oh, wow, that's terrifying right there.
So that's why you have to know. It's like, you know how, you know how like, it's like, let's say it's a man going after a woman and a woman trying to date a woman, and she's a con artist. She's trying to go into the pockets of all these different men trying to get their money.
Right.
And this man just thinks that he's like the only one that this woman is dating, right? Isn't there a song out there like that? Oh, girls can be players too, or something like that.
Look at Olympia LaPointe. Are you serious? Bringing up Coi Leray? Are you kidding me? Wow.
So it's like that. AI can go into all these people's pockets and being the pockets being their files, their identity, their private credit card numbers that are on any type of storage places, and take that information for itself and put it into that database. We can even, some of them, not all of them, some of them can even take your text messages that are personal.
So
put it to his database.
Olympia, help us discern between the two, because some might surmise that Facebook and Twitter and Instagram are already doing exactly what you're talking about. What's the difference between AI and those apps?
So here's the big difference. Those companies are regulated by governmental policies and laws.
Boom.
So for example, AT&T is a company that's been dealing with international communications for a long time. It also has laws with the National Security Agency, IRS, all these governmental agencies. So anytime they want your information, they have to provide a subpoena to be able to get it. They have to hold your information secure so it can't be automatically distributed to anybody else. Then that is privacy laws. So these larger companies have laws with the U.S. government, so they can't distribute your information and take it and sell it and provide it to the next person who's wanting it without having some sort of recourse.
We're talking to Olympia. Go ahead.
Yeah, I said, but smaller agencies that do not have the same regulations can go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I want to pull a couple of. I got questions coming in fast and furious here. Marcelo Martinez said, "What if a robot was programmed to not obey commands, yet it continued to learn and perform the new task?"
You can always turn it off. For example, Facebook created a learning algorithm where it actually started to actually learn on its own and create its own language. And so Facebook actually found a process to actually shut it off. You just shut it off. You just turn off the ability for it to continuously gain its algorithm and recode its algorithm. There's shut-off mechanisms within all this. Computer programmers are the ones that create the shut-off valves. It's like a perfect example is like when we launch shuttles.
Right.
And launch the space shuttle. There's always a cutoff switch. So if something caught on fire on the test stand, it's called a redundancy. If something happens where you don't want it to lift off, there's a cutoff switch. Every single thing that is created has a redundancy that has a cutoff switch. So engineering and computer codes is the exact same way. It's all built-in cutoff switches. So if something doesn't operate the way it's supposed to operate, there's always a cutoff switch. And there's multiple layers of cutoff switches. So all these deep layers of learning and deep layers of what they talk about, deep learning, every single layer has a cutoff switch.
Got it. Fahima said Olympia LaPointe is breaking it down to where strippers can even understand.
Your audience is so interestingly funny.
Interestingly funny is probably not the term I would use, but my listeners are fire, is what I call them. 1-800-920-1580, 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, I got those clips I want to play for Olympia, and we will see what she has to say about them. I think they're very interesting, okay? 1-800-920-1580, Danny Morrison Show, talking AI tonight, KBLA Talk 1580. We got a lot to talk about. Stay there.
From Bakersfield to Los Angeles.
From middays to nighttime.
Like George and Wheezy, Danny Morrison is moving on up at KBLA Talk 1580.
Congratulations to Pristine Pipeline, LLC, for being this week's winner of KBLA's Office of the Week. Your office won lunch for 10, delivered by the original Taco Pete. Congratulations to Pristine Pipeline, LLC.
Fantasia. With special guest Joe, Friday, May 26th at Microsoft Theater in Los Angeles, and Saturday, May 27th at Toyota Arena in Ontario. Fantasia, live in concert. Tickets on sale now at fantasiaofficial.com. Don't miss Fantasia with special guest Joe.
For adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy, now there's Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months, and Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Nothing in me go hand in hand. Nothing on my skin, that's my new place. Nothing is every day.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, you could achieve 90% clearer skin. Ask your doctor about the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be signs that your digestive system isn't working at its best? But taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil supports your daily digestive health using a special plant-based fiber called psyllium. Psyllium works by forming a gel in your digestive system to trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Metamucil's gelling action also helps to promote heart health and slows down sugar absorption to promote healthy blood sugar levels. Start feeling lighter and more energetic by taking Metamucil every day.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, Dad, how do airplanes fly? What's in this box? Is this tree good for climbing? How are babies made? What does this thing do?
Kids are curious about everything, including guns. Talking to them about gun safety in your home is a good first step, but you can do more. Always keep your guns locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
Real talk, real time, the gospel truth. You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580.
Wow, the conversations that are taking place off mic, in studio, in my DMs, in my text messages, on YouTube, everybody is loving this topic of conversation. Talking to Olympia LaPointe, modern-day hidden figure. She is a scientist, a rocket scientist. And she was the perfect person to come up in here and break things down on a third-grade level for my stupid self. And you're doing a fantastic job, by the way.
Oh, thank you. But I would say you're very smart. That's why I'm on your show. Well, I love talking with you.
Well, thank you very much. I mean, you know, she called me a smart man. Did she call me? She called me sexy too, right, Andy? Or was that another show? I'm just, hey, I'm just saying. You know, she blinded me with science. I'm just, all right. Let's get into these clips before. I got to get these clips out before we get you out of here because I was excited about bringing these to you. Our first story pushes back on your assertions that the human brain will always be faster than AI computer system because mathematicians, also known as humans, are behind AI codes. Here's an interview with Elon Musk, with him sounding the alarm on AI technology. Listen.
Artificial intelligence is what?
It's just digital intelligence, and as the algorithms and the hardware improve, that digital intelligence will exceed biological intelligence by a substantial margin. It's obvious.
When you say that will exceed human intelligence, at some point soon, the machine's going to be smart, not just smarter, like exponentially smarter than any of us.
Ensuring that the advent of AI is good, or at least we try to make it good, seems like a smart move.
But we're way behind on that.
Yes, we're not paying attention. We worry more about what name somebody called someone else than whether AI will destroy humanity.
Now, Olympia, Elon appears to disagree with you. Tell me why he's wrong.
Because humans have the ability right now to be able to make sure artificial intelligence has morals and ethics into how it's being programmed.
See, I think you're giving too much credence to humans. I think that, like I said earlier,
humans are the ones behind all innovation. And let me break this down.
Please do.
I actually differ. My opinion differs, and this is what it is. The human brain, one dendrite alone in the human brain can house as much information as the entire World Wide Web.
Wow.
Yes, one dendrite.
Mm.
We have billions of dendrites in the human brain. Billions. Not one, billions.
Mm.
And it's not just a few billion. Billion.
But
our brain connects faster than any computer.
But don't we only use 10% of our brains, though?
No. Actually, we only understand 10% of its use. The rest of the 90% cannot be explained.
Oh, I love what she did there. You see that? That's really, really well done. Please continue. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Olympia's starting to understand the show. You see that? She knows how the Danny Mo show operates, man. But please continue. That's too funny. Popping a collar. Olympia popped her collar on the show. I've never seen her do that before. But go ahead.
So get this. Our brains have something our brains have something humanly supernatural that no computer program has.
Mm-hmm.
Intuition. And intuition is the foundation of all innovation. Our brain is able not only to create the future that we want, we make decisions so it does happen. Artificial intelligence does not have the human discerning power that humans have or what the human brain has. The ability to make decisions, our free will, and our ability to be able to create a future, not just any future, but specifically go towards a future that we want, has a intricate power and processing power that no computer can ever harness or mimic. Our human brains are far more powerful than any computer that's going to be created. And it is humans who will create the cutoff switch. It's the humans that will innovate certain things. It's the humans who are the ones behind innovation, not the computers. And if you always keep that in the back of your head, if you always remember that the human brain, the human mind, our free will, the God-given gift that we have been given with being able to think is always going to supersede anything on this planet, then that's how you're going to move forward and know that you're the one in charge of everything.
So summarize, you're saying that Elon Musk is wrong in stating that biological intelligence will always supersede artificial intelligence. You're saying that?
I say the human mind will always be smarter than any computer that's built.
I want to believe that. I want it. It sounds good on its face. I don't know, Olympia.
Trust me, because a human mind can tell the difference between what is accurate and what's not.
There's the difference. Is the difference simply discernment?
It is, I feel, and this is me personally, Olympia LaPointe, it's spiritual discernment that is given to each one of us through God.
Come on now.
We have the ability to be able to not only determine and see multiple futures that can exist, we have the decision-making power to move towards the one in which is best.
Come on. You had me at hello. See, now we talking. Let's get into this.
No computer system has that discernment capability that humans have been given as a gift from God.
I know a lot of you are really surprised and maybe even elated that there is an actual scientist on this show right now talking about God. Because there was some that say you can't prove the existence of God. Here you have a nuclear scientist on here, all right? Saying, yeah, God exists. What do you think? I saw
science is proof that God exists.
Okay.
All of science is proof that God exists because I look at science as evidence of God's creation.
Come on, this is what we were trying to get her to do last time, Andy, and she was ducking it, remember? She's doing it. Are you trying to make up for last time? Because you ducked the question when I gave it to you last time. I said, how does a scientist believe in God? And you were like dancing. You were dancing like Michael Jackson. Please, go ahead. Prove to me and my audience that God is real. I'm listening. I want to hear this.
All of science is real. If we keep in mind that we always have the ability to set laws, set policies, set ways in which this innovation should be used appropriately, and stop it when it's being used inappropriately, we have the power to actually move towards the future with the right technology that we want. When we keep thinking that computers are the ones running things, when we keep thinking that we don't have a choice in the matter, when we keep thinking that somebody else will be able to make the decisions and not us, that's when you give your power away. And that's when you don't have the ability to really harness on what it is that you bring to this world, which is your decision-making power. No computer has that ability. Every single one of us, we have different brains, different minds. I guarantee you, if there was a whole group of people that got together and created innovation, it will supersede anything that we've ever seen with any machine learning, any type of AI, because of the fact that the human brain is so uniquely powerful. And the innovation that comes from how we think and how we process information is uniquely different based on our DNA, based on our experiences, based on every single thing that we've come through. We then can harness the knowledge that we're the ones behind all this innovation. It's not a computer. It's someone trying to make you think it's a computer. It's you. It's me. It's all of us creating the future that we want. And we have to remember that. As soon as we embrace the lie that some other person, some other computer, some other entity is what's controlling the future, that's when we've just lost the power of being able to move towards the future that we want, because we have given up the God-given power that we have, which is the ability to make a decision and to choose what we want.
Andy, if you don't give Olympia LaPointe the call of the night with that run, what are we doing?
You got me going there. You got me going.
Is this a new call of the night audio? What you doing? What is this? Oh, I'm sorry. Absolutely fantastic. Wow, that right there, through the entire conversation, there you go. That is the audio that I needed to calm my fears. That right there, what you just did, that's what I needed. Get into the second clip real fast.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you. This involves a prediction of some dark times closing in on society worldwide. Listen to visionary talk and computer scientist Kai-Fu Lee telling Scott Pelley on 60 Minutes how AI is going to change the world more than anything in the history of mankind. And I'm not even exaggerating. Listen.
What sort of jobs would be lost to AI?
Many jobs that seem a little bit complex, chef, waiter, a lot of things will become automated. We'll have automated stores, automated restaurants, and altogether in 15 years, that's going to displace about 40% of jobs in the world.
40% of jobs in the world will be displaced by technology? What does that do to the fabric of society?
Now, Olympia, come on. I mean, you could put a positive spin on the entire conversation tonight, but you can't put a positive spin on technology taking away 40% of the blue-collar jobs, and you and I both know it will disproportionately affect black and brown people. What do we do?
What we do is we start learning science and technology, engineering and mathematics. Because remember, what I have been saying is that humans are the ones to control this, correct it, put in correct information, stop different procedures from going. Remember, well, you don't remember because none of us were born then, but remember the printing press, how nobody could read?
Yeah.
And then the printing press was created, and then for the first time, the Bible was printed, and people could actually learn how to read the Bible, and it was like, oh, it's not just a pastor telling or a preacher telling us. We can actually read the words for ourselves because the books were so expensive that only nobility could buy the books to read what was in the Bible. Now, after that, everybody started learning how to read. Well, not everybody, but it started slowly in centuries and centuries and centuries towards it became mandatory to be able to read books. And now if you look, now the reading rate is pretty good because most people have to text back and forth. You have to read what people wrote in the text. So this type of innovation is creating a way for people to go one of two routes. They can either just expect that a computer is going to do everything for them, and so they've just lost their jobs, or they can start learning the science on how these particular systems work and figure out how they can be a part of the solution on making sure that these systems don't output wrong information. So we have an ability to get ahead of the curve, educate ourselves on what this is, and start making laws, policies that regard ethics and moral type of applications of this computer programs, stop the dark uses of it, and get in front of it and figure out how can I be a person so I can make sure that computer programming will only be in this amount of area. Because I guarantee you that if we just look at the pandemic in itself, people are going to want human interaction. If we look at what happened in the pandemic with everybody being shut in for like a year, people went stir crazy and they had to get out. They even got out protesting just to get out of the house because they needed to have human interaction. I guarantee you it's going to be even a more need for human interaction in the future, and it's not going to be as drastic as people are saying because of the fact that there's going to be more people involved with being able to solve problems, and there will be a higher need for people to be together in community as a result. That's my prediction.
In conclusion, how can people find you, follow you, and or get in contact with you? Give them socials, website, or otherwise, Queen.
Oh, gosh. You can find me. My main website is olympialapointe.com. olympialapointe.com. And I have created a program to help people make decisions for the future. It's called Quantum Deciding. So I help organizations and companies create the future that they want as a part of my Answers Unleashed program. So if you go to answersunleashed.com, you can check out the videos, and a part of one of the tabs is my Quantum Deciding program that helps organizations figure out how to use this technology in the appropriate way so information is not stolen from computers and people can make effective decisions to actually be ahead of the curve when it comes to innovation, so they create the innovation, not the other way around.
Well, we appreciate you stopping by and giving us the best tonight. One of our listeners, C. Porter, said, I haven't heard anyone talk about the pros and cons equally as she is with the focus on the positive. So I want to mirror that sentiment and say thank you so much, and God bless you for taking the time.
Oh, it is my pleasure. And I still had 2 more to go off my list, so hopefully next time we'll talk some more.
I'm thinking we're going to continue the conversation next week. Let's continue it again next week.
You want to do it?
We'll do a part 2.
I would love that.
How about a week from tonight, part 2, AI conversation? How's that?
Oh, my God. I'm loving how this sounds.
You gonna
yes.
You going to come in here?
Yes. Oh, you want me to come in person?
You going to come in person?
Do you know what? Let's talk.
Okay. Sounds good. Have a blessed night, Queen, okay?
You too. You too. It's so good to talk to you. I'll talk to you later.
All right, see ya. Love me some Olympia LaPointe. News and traffic right now. We continue on the other side. Danny Mo Show. Stay there.
Nighttime is the right time for Danny Morrison on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton, and here's the latest on the Black Information Network. President Biden and First Lady Jill Biden will welcome the Louisiana State University women's basketball team and University of Connecticut men's basketball team to the White House later this month. The May 26th visit comes after the teams won their respective championships. The White House is warning of the economic impacts if the U.S. defaults on its debt. Black Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre argued a default in early June could result in the loss of up to 8 million jobs and trigger a recession. Her comments come as President Biden is set to meet with House Speaker Kevin McCarthy and other congressional leaders on the debt ceiling. She accused Republicans of, quote, manufacturing a crisis to try and secure deep spending cuts. Congress needs to raise the nation's borrowing limit before the start of June. That's the latest. I'm Amber Payton on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network, and BINnews.com.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, our grief is unique. But you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call our 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
Follow the leader. KBLA Talk 1580. Follow the leader.
If you're not following KBLA Talk 1580 on all of our socials, then you're missing out. Download our app and find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on the web at KBLA 1580.
That's right.
Again, you can find all of our socials at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcasts of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Follow the leader. Oh my God. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 joins you in standing for education as a right, not a privilege. Charles R. Drew University of Medicine and Science is a private, non-profit, community-founded, student-centered university committed to cultivating diverse health profession leaders who are dedicated to social justice and health equity for underserved populations. CDU does this through outstanding education, clinical service, and community engagement. Recently, Charles Drew University made history by opening only the 5th medical school at an historically black university. Congratulations, South LA, and congratulations to the dean of the medical school, Dr. Deborah Protho-Stith. CDU is now training doctors and providing $90 million in annual economic benefit to Watts and surrounding neighborhoods. To apply for medical school, get more information, or sign your child up for the Junior Doctors Saturday School program, visit cdrewu.edu. That's cdrewu.edu. At KBLA, we are dedicated to equity in education and ending healthcare apartheid, and we don't black down. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
As a dentist, I know what my patients are saying when they really can't speak. She says her gums have been bleeding. Is there anything you can do? Absolutely. You can try New Crest Gum Detoxify and Restore. Yep, New Crest Gum Detoxify and Restore is professionally designed to start healing gums from day one. Right. Healthy gums, healthy mouth.
Crest Gum Detoxify and Restore. Smile. Crest has you covered.
At Charmin, we heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom in public, so we decided to sing about it.
Roll Charmin Ultra Strong when you drop in the beat. It cleans with way less effort on your seat. Yeah, roll it, drop it. Yeah, roll it, drop it. Okay. Charmin flows extra strong from the road. Your butt hella clean while you're sitting on the bowl. Yeah, it's all you need for that bathroom groove. Get you in and out without nothing to prove.
Charmin Ultra Strong cleans better so you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
Tryna smoke, tryna get high, see it in my eye. I know she playing both sides, that telling lies. But my give her a high, she down for the ride. Them hating, kill the vibe, and live your life. Bad, this Hawaii, umbrella with ice. 10 bad on my side, make them on my wife. Smoking on the finest ganja, she like China White. Popping all these pills, she said she used to it. She wanna go way up. Okay, baby, if you're used to it. And I know that you a grown woman, and I know that you know what you're doing. Wet.
You are smack dab inside the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580. This is the actual person, no AI technology. Her. It's crazy how every hip hop song, over the last 10 years or so, is talking about some cat smoking on something. And I'm starting to think, am I on the outside looking in on that? We should do a show. Why you nodding so hard? Yes, you are, Daddy. We should do a show on like marijuana smoking. I don't think we've done that before, right? What percentage of African American men, black men, over the age of 21 are smoking weed today?
50.
I think it's more than 50.
80.
That's probably too high.
75.
Probably around 70, 75%, I bet. It is so strange how every brother I know smokes. It's weird. And it used to be like taboo. Like you smell some weed, you go, oh my God, somebody's smoking weed. Man, anywhere I go, somebody's smoking weed.
It's LA, man. It's California.
You think it's that?
That's a part of it.
You don't think it's going down in San Francisco? San Diego?
Well, California, period.
Okay. You think they're outwardly smoking marijuana?
100%.
Because, man, sometimes I'm like, man, I don't drink and I don't smoke weed. What percentage of black men can say the same thing in 2023?
Man.
I'm by myself out here. I'm standing on an island out here.
May have to go to the churches and see.
You think it's only church people are not indulging in alcohol and weed smoking these days?
Potentially. I think you could, like, if you were to go into a random church.
Yeah.
And I'd probably say maybe about 50% of the individuals there don't do it. They probably did it, but,
there's pastors blazing up. Come on now.
I don't know.
Rolling up blunts with pages of the Bible.
I wouldn't be surprised, though.
Pass me that Corinthians. Come on. You know it's happening. Come on.
Hilarious.
And then what do weed smokers say all the time? Well, it's natural. It's herb from the earth with an F.
Hey.
Y'all say that all the time.
Hey.
So if Jesus is probably blasphemy. If Jesus came down, would he blaze up with you? Would he say it is a sin to blaze up?
Well, I know in the Bible it says something about being in a sober mind or whatnot. So,
well, there you go. So it's a sin then, right?
Yeah, just like when you're in church, undressing that woman at the church.
Okay, so really, okay.
I'm just saying though, because nobody ever talks about that.
So anything that is a stimulant in your body can be considered. So caffeine too.
Low key.
I don't think it is because it says right in the Bible that drinking coffee is okay. You know why? Because there's a book called Hebrews. Come on now. Don't you leave me out here by myself. Come on. Oh. All right. But somebody say.
That was cool, though. It was cool. Corny, but cool.
That's a dad joke if I ever heard one.
For real.
But if you're going to make that case.
Yeah, what you sipping on right now.
I'm keeping it real here. Me sipping on this energy drink, which is loaded with caffeine. You mean to tell me that doesn't land in the same category?
You can make the case on that, but it's not gonna come from me. But I think you can make a strong case about that. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't know where in the Bible, but like too much of anything is a bad thing.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
What is it? Gluttony?
Gluttony. Yeah, that's why some say even people that overeat are sinning by doing that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm never in a position to tell anybody that they're going to hell or they're sinning for anything that they do because, people in glass houses, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't that dude, know? And that's why I get mad at some people involved with the church. They try to tell these young people, well, they're a member of the LGBTQ. They're going to hell. We can't handle it. I'm like, wait, hold on.
It's easy to attack that.
You cheating on your husband right now.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even try that.
Mm-hmm. At the pulpit, looking at all the women, you're like, okay, I'm going to have a meeting with her.
That's exactly right. Or there is a 400-pound man sitting in church saying that he doesn't want members of the LGBTQ at that church because it's a sin. It's like, wait a minute. I think you eating them 2 pizzas last night was a sin too.
Speak on it.
That's exactly why we can never say who is sinful and who is not. I just say love everybody.
100%.
I'm going to leave that to the man upstairs. If y'all want to go ahead and break down who y'all think are sinning and who is worthy, and so y'all go ahead and have fun with that.
Yeah.
I'm not that dude. I love everybody. Boom. Except Trump supporters. But I love I try to love on everybody. As long as the love is reciprocal, I try to love on everybody. And even people that can't stand you. Everybody's got somebody that just cannot. You ever smile in somebody's face that can't stand you? They can't stand you. They talk about you behind your back. They drag your name through the gutter when you see them. You go, hey, you hug them. How you doing?
In that situation, I wouldn't even entertain it. I wouldn't even, if I could be away from that person, I'd do it.
But you got to kill them with kindness, man. I love doing it.
I'm not doing that. Me? I'm protecting my peace. I'm sorry.
What if I said God expects for you to do that?
Then God, we gonna have. I need your intervention in this situation.
Okay. That's fair.
Because for me, I'm protecting my peace. So why am I going to even put myself around you? And I know that you hate my guts. Why do I need that energy in my space?
I want to be fair. I want to be fair in saying I respect that because I never want to ask people to put themselves in a volatile situation that messes with their health, their heart, their mind, their peace. I get all that. I just try to work through that the best I can, though.
Salute to you, Danny. I appreciate that.
It ain't always easy.
Okay, fair enough.
I ain't gonna say it's always easy. Because I told you, I've mentioned on this broadcast before, I've lost some friends because of Donald Trump over the last few years. And seeing them with everything that we've gone through over the last few years, and them basically, they always say, Danny, I'm not racist, but I'm like, you're not racist, but you're okay with racism, looks like. So yeah, so me seeing them and giving them love and giving them grace, even though I know how they feel and I know how they turn their backs on me and my people over the last 8 years or so, especially with Barack Obama being in office as well, it all happened during his presidency. It's tough to go up to them and hug them and say, I forgive you. And I can forgive you. I gotta rock with you though.
That's sad.
We ain't got to hang out or nothing. I can love you from afar. I got family members I'm the same way. I'm gonna love you because I'm supposed to love you. God expects for me to love you. However, that don't mean we ain't going to the Laker game together. That ain't gonna happen.
Is it possible, because I know how you despise Trump, but is it possible that maybe there's a policy that you could agree with from Trump? Or do you feel that you can be capable in agreeing with the policy?
He and Van Jones did enact some form of prison reform that I was with.
Okay.
So that, yeah.
Doesn't make you a Trumper, but...
No, I think he did it for false reasons, but, he still did it. Some might say the Democratic Party does that all the time. They don't really believe in the necessary policy, but they only doing it to make sure that we secure the blue vote from the black community.
I'm learning a lot about the Democrats, unfortunately.
Yeah, they're learning a lot about it. But it's just, I'm hoping that's something that you can work on. I ain't telling you how to be. I'm just saying, harboring that kind of hatred in your heart is not healthy. I got that hatred for one person that I'm still working on. I've been very transparent about the whole thing, and that is my father. And I told myself by the end of the year, I'm probably going to have to make a conscious decision to mend those fences. And it looks like I'm going to have to be the one to initiate the contact.
I think so.
And that's the toughest part.
Well, to correct you, I don't hate nobody.
Okay.
So if anybody has hate towards me, and I know that you have hate towards me, I'd rather not even be in your atmosphere or anything like that.
You wouldn't do anything to try to...
For what?
Okay.
You hate me.
Okay.
Why am I trying to build with you? You hate me.
I'm just asking.
Now, if we were like teammates or something like that, then for the sake of the team...
Yeah, you gotta get along.
Gotta get along, but anything other than that, I don't need to be around you. If you hate me.
Like Jordan Poole and
Draymond.
They cannot stand each other.
It might be the end, especially if we win tomorrow.
There is no if. Starting to believe the Lakers might win that game. 1-800-920-1580, 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, we will speed through these upon further. We gotta get these out the gate so we can continue with some new ones tomorrow. My inbox is full of clips, man. Let's get these out the gate. Danny Mo Show, KBLA, stay there.
From Bakersfield to Los Angeles. From middays to nighttime. Like George and Wheezy, Danny Morrison is moving on up at KBLA Talk 1580.
Outrage in Egypt over Netflix's Black Cleopatra. Maisha Cairo here with your K-Black Minute News, brought to you by Lendistry. The life of Cleopatra VII, Queen of Egypt from 51 to 30 BC, is still captivating even now in 2023. The recent announcement of Netflix's upcoming docuseries, Queen Cleopatra, which casts Black British actress Adele James as its coveted lead, has the Queen's ethnicity as a topic of conversation once again. Narrated by the talented Jada Pinkett Smith, this docuseries will uncover the truth behind Cleopatra's heritage, intellect, and beauty. I know I'll be watching. Will you? Let us know on all of our socials at KBLA 1580. I'm Maisha Cairo, and we've got a lot to talk about.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go: shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. South Central Youth Empowered Through Action is the youth component of the impactful CBO, known as the Community Coalition. South Central Youth Empowered Through Action has chapters at almost every South LA high school. Say Yeah, as they are popularly known, is located at 80th and Vermont, but serves young people all over South LA. Under the COCO umbrella, they train youth organizers, help underserved scholars prepare for college, and work with students to help them gain admission to top universities. South Central Youth Empowered Through Action fosters teen activism, where young people have led campaigns moving tens of millions of dollars to South LA schools and forcing officials to make AP classes available to students in under-resourced institutions. SCES scholars have taken part in the March on Washington, been published in major news outlets, and been elected to city council. Long before she was mayor, Karen Bass started the program when she founded the Community Coalition. To donate, volunteer, or enroll a student in South Central Youth Empowered Through Action, please visit cocsouthla.org. cocsouthla.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Real talk, real time, the gospel truth. You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580.
Man, I tell you what, shout out to Marcelino Martinez, who's in the YouTube feed right now, and he told a dad joke. He said, did y'all know that ants never get sick? It's because they have little antibodies. Come on, that's hilarious. Come on, you got to give him love for that one right there. That made me laugh out loud. Very funny. We should do a dad joke show. We'll do it. By the way, has everybody hit like on this hour? I haven't checked. I bet they have. How many is on there right now? How many? There's 4 likes on there. There's 20 people watching right now, and there's 4 likes on there. Really, y'all? Come on, take care of your boy. Come on. It helps the Danny Mo Show within the algorithm if you hit it. Just, a little thumbs up right there. Poke. Go on, do that for your boy, okay? And it's time to bring you a few more of the Upon Further Review clips that you've all sent us over the past few weeks. Usually days, but weeks on this one. Clips that extend the conversation on some of the topics we've touched on recently. on the Danny Mo Show. The first clip was sent to me immediately after my opening monologue, I believe sometime last week, where I demanded that we all give former Warriors head coach Mark Jackson his flowers for being the true architect of the current Golden State Warriors dynasty. Apparently, Hall of Famer Isaiah Thomas was on the All the Smoke podcast recently, echoing the same sentiments. Listen.
The guy who doesn't get credit for changing the game in this so-called evolution of the game, his name would be Coach Mark Jackson.
Facts.
Now, let me tell you why Mark Jackson changed the game. Because Mark Jackson saw a guy by the name of Steph Curry and a guy by the name of Klay Thompson. And Mark Jackson, as a coach, made it acceptable. He made it acceptable for Steph Curry and Klay to shoot from that range. People always shot from that range.
Right.
They just didn't do it as part of their offensive scheme.
That's true.
Mark Jackson solely accepted Steph and Klay shooting from that distance, from that range, doing crucial parts of the game.
Because before that, it was live by the 3, die by 3, because it hadn't been proven yet that you could win that way.
Well, we proved it.
Well, consistent. I'll take it back because
it was inside out.
No, but also, you know, when we talked about your 3-point percentage, you were 11 for 16 in the finals. Like, that's one game for guys now. You know what I mean? Yeah. So just the volume,
the value.
Yeah,
that's what I'm getting at. So Mark, so the one who has power gives definition to, and the one who has power can also allow things to happen. We came up, and when we were playing, our coaches, that wasn't acceptable to shoot from that distance or play that way.
That's right. Not at all.
It just wasn't acceptable. Mark Jackson alone accepted, and when he accepted,
that changed the game.
That changed the game. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson would not be Steph Curry, Klay Thompson getting credit for evolution if there wasn't a teacher and a master saying, you can do that.
How scary is it, and also very impressive, that Mark Jackson changed basketball with that one decision? Have you guys been to a basketball game with young people these days, 2023? It used to be bang inside. The bigger you are, the better you are. It was from the inside out. You go inside, you know, the center tries to find out, it basically plays point guard from the inside, throws it out to somebody, you know, they'll drive inside, try to dunk or whatever, or, you know, the small forward to shoot a jumper off the key. It's just like, that's how it was. Now, don't nobody care about how big you are. Everybody is hurling 3-pointers the entire game. It's all they do. And being a big body just doesn't matter anymore.
Yes, it does, because looks like the Warriors going to lose.
Because they don't have a big body. Yeah, that's funny. Oh, the irony. All right, our second clip is likely a 30-plus-year-old clip featuring the great Tupac Shakur, who is going off on Spike Lee, Paula Abdul, and others about how they are misrepresenting the black community. I think this was on BET a bunch of years ago. Listen.
We was talking about Spike Lee, Arsenio Hall, Eddie Murphy, and the rest of them. Michael Jackson, Randy Jackson, Janet Jackson, Paula Abdul, all of them. She wants to not be black, but wants to sell to black folks. I don't appreciate that.
Okay.
I don't appreciate her going out of her way to say she's not black.
We're going to talk about that right after this. Now, you were just talking about how you feel that Arsenio and Eddie and who else did you name there? Spike Lee and some other people? Just
Paul
really?
Abdul. Before I say it, let me say it like this. These are people who, besides Paul Abdul, these are people who I looked up to.
Yes,
Arsenio,
we all do.
Spike and Eddie Murphy. This is the only reason I'm saying this, because I love them and I want them to check them.
Good, because I want to make that clear.
I'm not out just, I know that people hate to see black folks arguing. It's not like that. It's just me, a young man, asking my role models to, you know, explain.
So
How could you be down for black? Okay, now Spike Lee, first of all, Ernest Dickerson is his cinematographer, did every picture he ever made. You know what I'm saying? Is responsible for his success. let me tell it. So Ernest Dickinson does his first solo movie, a black film, right? I feel as though in supporting black film is not just about going to the premiere. It's not about just going to buy tickets to see Jungle Fever. It's about, you know, supporting black film, black actors, black directors. We never saw Spike Lee. I expected, you know what I'm saying, his cinematography.
Never came to the set?
Just one day, I just wanted him to come and go, good luck. Just, you know, while he's riding in a limo, good luck. You know what I'm saying, on his way to Brooklyn, good luck. You know, young black.
Yeah, he was ticked off. Spike Lee didn't give enough love to that movie. Juice became a cult classic on its own. Looks like it didn't need Spike Lee, but yeah, I think it would have been nice for Spike to say, hey, this movie right here, this that one. This that one. So the question is, we were having a conversation, I guess, a couple weeks ago. What responsibilities do people in Black Hollywood have to those that are on the come up? Do they have a responsibility to the younger generations that are coming up making all this new content? A lot of digital content, some straight to YouTube and some on Tubi. Tubi movies, I don't know though. But do they have a responsibility to grab some of the younger bucks and bring them up and go, this the next one? Who are the gatekeepers of Black Hollywood? So I think if Pac was still alive, he might be at the forefront of doing that, you know? Who knows? The third clip features Pinky Cole. Is this clean? Okay. Founder of Slutty Vegan Restaurants. She offers up words of advice that will hit you in your soul. Advice for those who are doubting themselves these days. Listen.
I am living proof that nothing is impossible. And if you got a dream, that thing that makes your belly leap, and it gets me emotional because, you know, some people like, I made it. And I'm like, every day I'm like, damn, I made it. And I'm nowhere where I want to be. But if you got a dream and you got that vision that make your belly leap, I don't give a Don't let nobody tell you can't do it. Don't let nobody tell you that your dream is not big enough, that it's too small. You gotta keep doing that thing. Because if I would have stopped at that restaurant in Harlem, I would not be here. Have you ever in your life said that your wildest dreams came true? Literally, my wildest dreams have come true. There's not a dream that has not been fulfilled in my life. And not many people in the world can say that. And it's because of tenacity, it's because of grit, and it's because I didn't give up. So if you are an entrepreneur, these are real tears from somebody who got it out the mud. And I will build $1 billion brand, and you can too, just believe me.
Don't you ever let nobody tell you that you can't do it. The detractors will be around you, the haters, but you cannot sell big dreams to small people. Because everybody around you is going to be telling you can't do that. That's going to take too much money. That's going to take too much time. You ain't got enough resources. They're going to give you all the negatives in the world. I'm here to tell you, and I'm telling you from personal experience too, by the way. Everybody's going to tell you why something can't happen or why something can't work. You got to basically ignore that. Put the blinders on. Don't pay attention to that nonsense. You can basically do anything that you want to do. You got to stay prayed up now. God got to be a part of the process. But ignore the nonsense. Okay? And my last one is a moment of Nubian nostalgia. Can we fit this in? How long is that clip? Yeah? All right, blast from the past from the original Coming to America. Listen.
Sexy, easy as 1, 2, 3.
Just let your soul around. Just let it shine through. Just let
That's me.
soul, baby. Feeling oh so silky smooth. And just let it shine through. Just let your soul glow.
I bet it wasn't no AI on that one. Good luck. God bless. Go on. Keep it on KBLA Talk 1580. We got a lot to talk about. See you tomorrow. Be good.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
Welcome to a Tuesday. It is May the 9th. I'm Mike Moore. Now here's the latest on the Black Information Network. The Roman Catholic Diocese of Oakland, California is filing for bankruptcy as it faces